ladies and gentlemen, sisters and brothers. I stand before you on the land of Eora. I've grown physically on this land, but in my blood and always in spirit, I am Wiradjuri. My name is Yvonne Weldon. I come from Cowra, here in New South Wales. I'm the elected chairperson of the Metropolitan Local Aboriginal Land Council, who are the culture authority under the Aboriginal Land Rights Act for the land that I'm standing on. I would like to pay my respects to all elders past and present, and to all First Nations and to you and the many nations that you're on. Welcome to country is an age-old tradition. It is more than just words, it is a spiritual process by honouring the ancestors' footsteps we are all walking in, continuing the practice of the many generations before us to the many generations to come. The boundaries of the traditional owners are not defined by the hand or by the pen, but through the natural landscapes of the earth. Eora Nation's country covers the Hawkes River in the north, the Nepean in the west, and the Georges River in the south. On behalf of the Metropolitan Local Aboriginal Land Council, the elders and the members, I welcome everyone to the land of the Gadigal. I acknowledge the Gadigal people, whose spirits and ancestors will always remain with these lands, our Mother Earth. Across this continent there are hundreds of nations, tribes and clans that have existed here for over 60,000 years. The first people of this country are the oldest living culture of the world. As we're all joined virtually, let us all remember and acknowledge the many warriors that created pathways for all of us, the ones recognised and the ones we've never heard of. In these times of this pandemic, don't let the social distance make us socially absent. We must maintain physical distancing, but not social disconnect. We need to continue to be there for each other, not creating barriers to our social connections. Whether this is through your work or your networks, creating an inclusion, an acceptance and a resilience. It is NAIDOC week, and as we ponder over this time, think about the difference you are making today that will become the milestones of the future, all our futures. Let us all draw upon my people's spirits as we continue on our journey. May my people's spirits walk with you and guide you as we strive forward for us all. Again, on behalf of the Metropolitan Local Aboriginal Land Council, welcome to Gadigal land. This always was, always will be, Aboriginal land.
Every journey into the unknown starts by taking the first steps. And home is where I took my first steps. But it was back home where I learned to dream big. In a small country town called Innisfail, in far north Queensland. It was in those moments where I saw the champions of my peoples dominate in their arenas. And watching those champions dominate in their arenas inspired me to find out what my dream was. But growing up, watching TV, there wasn't many faces or people that resembled me or looked like me in media, entertainment, or just in TV in general. So that is what sparked me to be that hero, to be someone in TV. And this is me, 3 years ago, in Cairns Airport with a one-way ticket down to Sydney. It was probably one of the most daunting experiences I've ever done in my whole life. Being able to move away from everything that I've known, my family, my friends, my country, and coming all the way down here to Sydney to follow that said dream. And just when hope was all but lost, and I was about to head on home, I landed an audition with a new company called Openshop. I didn't know too much about them, but they were pretty keen on me from the very first moment I walked in the doors. And fast forward almost a year to the day, I'm live on TV as a TV presenter with Nikki V, cementing my presence in TV history as the first Indigenous home shopping TV presenter in Australia. And here we see one of many role models that I had in my life, my grandfather, who was a proud Aboriginal man. Sadly, not many people know this, but before I made my debut on national TV, he passed away due to cancer. 2 weeks, roughly, out from my debut, I flew home to return him back to the earth with my family. Speaking with my grandma, she always said that he had indigenous peoples in his heart, right into the very end. This man has inspired me to be able to take up that mantle and be able to be someone of my communities, to be able to be someone of a role model, to be someone like him. And I've always had this vision to be able to leave a legacy behind, something like my grandfather. And that vision was to be able to present to you and everyone else around the country an Australian television first, celebrating NAIDOC Week. Getting behind and supporting Indigenous businesses here on this very platform with the entire network of Openshop and myself. Now for the moment you've been waiting for. Join me in our new partnership between Openshop and the National NAIDOC Committee celebrating NAIDOC Week.